moving off the MMA subject, Jorge,
Or?
unretired?
Yeah, apparently Jorge Masvidal's unretired. He tweeted about it. He just literally tweeted unretired, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, well, it depends what you want to read into that. Ben Askren's been coming out talking about how he wants to fight him.
No, that's not going to happen.
That'd be funny.
Obviously, that's not going to happen. Ben Askren has been coming out saying that if Dana calls him and asks him to fight Jorge on UFC 300, because you know everyone's asking for that rematch.
That's the one fight that we want to see.
Yeah, we didn't see it play out properly. You know, it only lasted for 5 seconds.
Yeah. I remember thinking that when it first happened, I was like, that needs to be run back.
Really?
Well, no. I was like, that sucks because we didn't see like who was like we didn't have firm proof of who was better. It was a quick knockout. It was like a chance game and it paid off greatly.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see them stand for a bit. I wanted to see them go to the ground. I wanted to see what the fuck was going to happen.
Jorge's return will be in boxing.
So excited. Yeah, I'd say so.
I saw another clip today from, I really want to say Moicano. I'm pretty sure it was him. It was on his YouTube channel saying, because he trains at American Top Team.
Right.
Where Jorge has obviously trained for quite some time now. And apparently he's only been boxing lately. So there's been no wrestling, no jiu-jitsu, no conditioning. The guy's just been going in there, hitting some mitts, hitting the bag a little bit, doing a bit of, striking spot. A bit of a dribble there.
So he's just been boxing.
He's just been boxing. So and that
interesting.
We have seen from other people, it is the natural succession to an MMA career.
When you're washed up, when your career's done.
Yeah,
not washed up, but when you're done.
When you can't compete against the top guys in your
in your sport.
In your sport.
You go over and throw it all away against Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll fight Jake Paul.
No, I don't think he will either. I think we're more likely to see someone like Jorge in the bare knuckle arena. And I think that would just be...
That would be good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Whoa. Famous for that shit.
I have another thing that I want to see in 2024.
Mike Perry.
I want to see Mike Perry versus Jorge Masvidal.
Do you not like Masvidal or something?
What do you mean?
He would get fucked up.
But dude, could you just imagine that fight?
Yeah, it'd be great. It would be great.
But here's the other thing. Everyone who steps in against Mike Perry gets fucked up.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
He also gets fucked up.
Yeah, he gets fucked up, but he just doesn't give a shit.
He just doesn't care for some reason.
But no, who else would you like to see Masvidal fight?
I don't think that's going to happen. I think he will want to box with gloves on. Masvidal has been through too much. He's earned too much money. He's living the life now. There's no way he's coming back to fight bare knuckle. Bare knuckle is insane, brother. That's too much for a guy like Masvidal nowadays.
Eddie Alvarez versus Masvidal. That's another one.
And bare knuckle.
There's so many good bare knuckle fights for this dude. And
Masvidal's got too much money to
and he used to fight bare knuckle.
Yeah, but he's an old man now. Yeah. He's old. He's still got that dog in him. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he's gonna want to fight bare knuckle, brother. I think he wants to go in there with some nice
brother.
Soft. Who says brother like that?
I don't know, but it's not you. You're not that guy.
I've been watching some YouTube videos and it's been saying it. I'm saying it, brother.
Okay.
Brother. Oh, well, Hulk Hogan says it.
You've been watching Hulk Hogan videos?
Yeah, I watched a podcast.
Damn.
Hogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Was it?
Joe Rogan,
really?
Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Huh. Was that a recent one?
Maybe it came out 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Pretty interesting. I think Theo Von also had one with him, and I watched that as well.
Another recent one.
Yeah, he was promoting something or something.
May have heard that.
But I think he's going to be boxing with gloves on. Maybe Mike Perry with gloves on. You could be right. I think he's going to fight this year, but I think it's going to be in boxing, and maybe against Nate Diaz.
Oh, hey now, hey. That is a good little shout.
Quip. Maybe I'll put that back in the horn box.
So
what's going to happen?
Yeah, but Nate has been talking about his return to the UFC.
Yeah, but
after he
left
MMA and then lost a boxing fight. So, you naturally come back and fight for the title. So, yeah, Nate versus Jorge in a boxing match would be phenomenal.
That'd be great. Do it, guys. You're both, too old to really challenge for anything now. Nate, don't go back to the UFC. Unless it's to fight Conor one more time. That'd be cool. But,
hey.
Just said the same thing.
Should we stay on the subject of boxing?
AJ versus Ngannou. AJ Vine versus Ngannou. Love to see that. Um,
I thought we were going to get away with never saying that name again. But anyway, yeah,
AJ,
Anthony Joshua.
Let
me just, can't say.
Anton Josh. That's his little nickname.
This is Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, great fight.
Confirmed.
Very excited about this.
We don't have a date yet.
We don't, but apparently the press conference is going to be in mid-January.
Nice.
15th or some shit. So that should be good. Both guys not really massive shit talkers, but this is going to be a battle, a brawl. It's going to be good.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua, not traditionally a shit talker, but more being shit at talking.
I think he's like a hard road man. They don't do much talking. They're like, sit down, bruv. Sit down, bruv. If you want to get
the times
up,
that he does
talk
is just like, I preferred when he wasn't.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't mind it, but they do the talking with their fists.
Oh yeah,
And this is AJ's obviously going to go in there really well prepared because he's obviously seen what happened with Fury. He's going to go in there as sharp as it gets against Ngannou, and I think we're going to see one of these guys get finished. And I think Ngannou can do pretty well against someone like AJ, but if AJ is really well prepared and doesn't overlook Ngannou like maybe Fury,
no one's overlooking Ngannou now.
Not anymore. So I'm going to do an early prediction. I think AJ's going to win here.
I see that. I can see that taking place.
This is going to have a lot of eyes on it. Eyes that Fury versus Ngannou didn't have on it because it wasn't promoted well.
Yeah.
People didn't give Ngannou a chance. And
now
everyone gives him a chance.
We thought it was a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
We thought it was a joke.
We did. We laughed. We giggled. Francis versus Fury. That's what we did. But now he's proven that he can box against the best heavyweight boxer in the world. Now people are going to be like, whoa, I'm interested.
Yeah.
What's going to happen now, brother? And it's in Saudi. And there's going to be Ronaldo there with Connor talking like shit to him the whole time. Oh, look at the watch. Look at the watch on my arm. Oh, Ronaldo. I should be fighting. I should be fighting Manny Pacquiao.
That's another weird one.
Yeah. But
staying on topic.
What do you think?
I think you're right. I think Anthony Joshua will go in there very sharp. And I don't think we'll see Ngannou have as much success in the clinch as he did against Tyson Fury. He did utilize a bit of an MMA clinch the whole time, which worked to his favor. But I think AJ will find a way of.
AJ's very strong.
Yeah, AJ is very strong. But God, man, can't take anything away from the strength of Tyson Fury. That guy is huge.
Yeah.
So,
but not as like, physically like built and strong like AJ is.
Oh no. But that can also drain on you.
It can, yeah. Not wrong there.
So yeah, I think if he can utilize his actual striking apart from instead of getting muscled around in the clinch by Ngannou, then I think that will be good. There's so much to be learnt out of watching that Tyson Fury versus Ngannou fight. In terms of finding little avenues to expose Francis. But at the end of the day, that equalizer is right there in his right hand. So,
one of these guys is going to get finished. For sure.
I would love to see that, man. Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go to decision personally.
And if one of them gets knocked down, I hope they don't somehow win the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just want to see this fight. I can't wait for it. I'm going to be watching for sure. Very exciting. Very exciting. We'll have more to talk about on that one, I think, shortly, once there's a little bit more announced. And,
Can I just say one more thing? Because we have to do it every single time we talk about the guy, because he's such a great human being.
He is.
Francis
He's
Ngannou.
with Kim now as well. Kim Kardashian, Francis Ngannou are together.
What?
Confirmed by me just now. I'm just trying to get some clicks on the fucking channel.
So
it's going to be the headline of this video.
He would have made more in that Tyson Fury fight than he would have in his whole UFC career. Or nearly, I would say.
Surely more.
And now he's got this AJ fight. That is what?
Even more money, probably.
Yeah. Like, dude, this guy he's set.
Yeah, he's done exactly what he said he was going to do when he left the UFC. He took the gamble and it paid off. Yeah. And Dana's probably shitting his pants right now at this very second. If
he loses against Anthony Joshua, I do want to see him go back to MMA though.
Yeah. He's not got that many years left on the ticket.
No, he doesn't have that many years left. And he is so much more dominant in MMA. Like he has, and especially coming back now with all of this, like this you know, a lot more crisp striking, a lot more focused on his boxing. You know, God,
great to see for sure.
Like if we thought he had knockout power / potential beforehand in terms of finding people's chins, that is only going to go like way up here.
Yeah, no, through the roof for sure. Yeah, his crisp boxing and MMA is dirty boxing. It's all going to have improved massively after all this.
Scary to think about.
He's a scary motherfucker. One last topic, Theo Von and Sean Strickland did a podcast together. We've both listened to it now. It was really insightful. Sean got a wee bit upset, kind of broke down at one point. Theo was really good. He dealt with that really well, I thought.
Yeah.
He just kind of said, look, we can just sit here. You don't have to talk. Which is, that's pretty impressive.
That is awesome, man.
Good friend.
Because, and I think there's been a lot of people coming out saying, you know, Sean shouldn't have done this. Sean shouldn't have done that. Sean shouldn't have said this about someone if he gets upset about this, you know. Fair enough. But, like, have some empathy towards the guy, right?
Yeah.
Just for a second. This dude was abused through his childhood. He's now he hasn't done anything about that, by the way. Not to my knowledge, at least in terms of he does need to go to therapy. Like if he was my friend, I'd be like begging him to do that. But you can't like I've had friends who have begged to do that, and you can't beg for people to get help. They need to do it themselves.
Like the amount of trauma he's got, he really should go and work. Maybe he'd just forget fighting though.
But what I'm saying is if you've got someone like that with all of this past, you know, stuff pent up inside of you and you haven't dealt with any of it, and you put a camera in this person's face, you know, like for the majority of their adult life now, of course they're going to say some stupid shit. Of course they're going to say some stuff that offends people. This guy is only like, in my opinion, this guy is only lashing out against people to protect himself up until this point. And now that he's let that all out and that he's vulnerable about it, I think he's going to be a lot more powerful for it.
Okay, yeah, he's made some mistakes. He's gone a little bit too far at times, but like, it's never nice to bring up trauma. But saying that, there's a few times that he's brought up trauma, so yeah, he's not perfect. He's a very flawed human being, but it's because he's had a rough time.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what I'm saying. There needs to be like the MMA fan base sometimes is just so brutal, you know, like whether it be
on you instantly.
Yeah, that's right, and you don't even need to agree with it sometimes. It's just the whole community just sways one way or the other sometimes. And I think there's been a lot of chat about him not, like you can't cry about, like, I take my hat off to him for crying on a podcast.
He opened up.
And he could have just said, don't post it. But he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's a man about it. And it's just, the only thing, like, it's great. All this is great. The only thing with Sean, it's just like, you do have to know that if you're going at loads of people like this about, you know, Ian Gary's wife, about Strickland, DDP's relationship with his coach, which isn't big, you know, calling O'Malley, his relationship, calling that out, talking about Khalil Roundtree and his depression and, you know, talking about how he cried post-fight and all this stuff. You're going to do all that stuff. Look, people are going to use your shit as ammunition. Yeah. It's just how it works in this game and in life, really, in general. If you're going to be like that, people are going to find what they can about you. And, like, to be honest, what Drickus said, like, he was not doing it in that bad of a way, what he said. But Sean did, like, instant. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You've got to know if you can dish it out. You're going to have to be able to take it. And he's dished it out a fair amount, you know, and it's great that he is opening up now, but, you know, he just has to understand. And even on that podcast, he said there's certain things you don't go over. Family, trauma, people's wives, families, you know. Yeah, he's done that.
Yeah, he's gone over all of those,
Yeah, so it's like a little bit of a hypocritical statement, but I don't think he's, you know, I think he's aware of that. Not perfect.
Yeah.
But it was good to see. Drickus, he commented on it. He had a pretty good reply. I think it was an interview on MMA On Point, if you guys wanted to watch that. He basically just said, look, you got to be able to... He basically said what we just said.
Yeah. But at the end of it, he said, no child deserves to go through that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that is a very honourable thing.
Drickus seems like a good guy.
He could have just added on, like, to what he'd said before, and he would have had all the right because of what we've just said. Like, Sean has dished out all the stuff before. But, yeah, I think, for me, I think Sean obviously needs
therapy.
Big time. And But at the end of the day, I think he just needs to more just keep doing what he's doing, because he's like he's said so many times, he would be a piece of shit outside of this. And I think as a statistic, people who go through child abuse and like might be a borderline Nazi when they're a teenager, I think those people statistically are more likely to be in prison right now than they are to be on a world stage fighting for a title. So he just needs to stay on this track.
What about when he retires? I'm worried.
That's like
he needs to get therapy.
Yeah, he needs like a dog or something. I don't know.
A dog to beat, to fuck. Like Izzy.
I think that's a good.
You know what? Let's segue into this drink here. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching this short episode of Combat Corner.
If you like what you see, we've got lots of long form content below and lots of other videos like this, so feel free to go along and check it out. We really appreciate all your support. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, share it around. Have a good day.
Peace.